Going live, going live. Yeah, we're going live. That's my song about going live. Looking in the chat to see if anybody shows up for the Zelda 2 playthrough. This is my song about the Zelda 2 playthrough. That's right. Zelda 2 playthrough song. Singing Zelda 2 playthrough song while we watch balloon fight go across the stream. Anybody here for the Zelda 2 playthrough song? Let's find out if you're coming to the Zelda 3 playthrough song. Yeah, let me know if you're in the chat. We'll say hi. We'll say hi here in the chat. We'll say hi. Singing my song before we start the show. Wonder if anybody's gonna come watch this. It's Zelda 2 playthrough time. Yeah, Zelda 2 playthrough time. The game you see now isn't Zelda 2, but soon it will be in playthrough time. Zelda 2 playthrough time. This is my song about Zelda 2. If anybody's in the chat, let me know if you can hear me now. Comment if you hear me now, singing songs about Zelda 2. The game that you're watching isn't Zelda 2. This is actually Castlevania. Anybody in the chat, let me know. If you're the first to arrive, tell me so in the chat. It's the Zelda 2 playthrough song. Let me know if you're here to hear about Zelda 2. It's a game about Link and Ganon is a ghost. They're gonna sprinkle his blood all over Link's dead bones if they can catch him. So he's gotta travel to a bunch of palaces. If you can hear me singing about Zelda 2, please let me know in the chat. Oh no, an ad popped up right there. Well, that makes me oh so sad. Ads are important because they support the platform, but you don't like wading through them, and I understand. Thank you, wasted bandwidth. Hello, Sigh of the Torrent as well. Good evening, sir. I'm singing about Zelda 2, Zelda 2. Tonight's path's gonna be a living hell. Yeah, that's not Zelda 2. Hi, everybody. So, you might have caught my Zelda 2 song there at the beginning if you're one of the first to arrive. That's one of the many benefits for early visitors. Welcome. And we're just about to dive right into the main game right there, the Attract mode for the NES Classic Mini. That's what you were seeing a second ago. So, I think we got enough here to get started. Thank you for deciding to give some of your time to this obscure little game. And we'll get off to a formal start right now. Let's head down here, and I think that our save point should be right. I believe it's this one. Okay, so yeah, this should be it. I don't think I think this is where we left off, or is it? Wait a minute, that might not be where we left off. Just a moment. Might be this one. Nope, that's where I was practicing. Here we go. And this one. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's the one over here on the right. Sorry about that. Just want to make sure it's the right one. Okay. Let's see. My song? You like that song? Oh, I'm glad I brightened up your evening. I'm very happy to hear that. Hooray. I'm really, really glad that you decided to stop by. All right, guys. Enough waiting for you. Let us now begin to play a video game. Hi, friends. I'm Jared Petty. Welcome to ReCollection. I'm your host, and this is the show where I take you through the games I'm recollecting one at a time. We're playing Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, the misunderstood NES classic. This is part 2 of that stream. You can watch part 1 VOD on YouTube.com/hop, blip, and a jump. That's my channel, youtube.com/hop, blip, and a jump, or youtube.com, or you can just go to patreon.com/Jared Petty and watch it there as well. Anyway, if you want to watch part 1, you can do that, and you can also join right in here for part 2. If my voice seems a little odd tonight, I've actually had a bit of a medical issue with my mouth the last couple of days, so if I sound unusual, that is probably why. That said, let's get into the game. Now, last time around, I explained some of the things that make Zelda 2 a really unique and interesting game. As I said there, I think it's one of the few times when somebody says the Dark Souls of something and makes a comparison, it's actually accurate. Why is it accurate? Well, it's not so much a matter of the difficulty as why the difficulty exists. Just like Dark Souls, Zelda 2 is an action game that's largely about careful planning and engaging each enemy with a small number of core moves, 7 basic attacks that Link has that can defeat almost every foe in the game, as well as a small number of special abilities. We've collected 3 of the active ones, 3 of the 8 spells: Shield, Jump, and Life. There are 5 other spells that we don't have yet. There are also a number of passive items and 2 very useful techniques, the downward thrust and the upward thrust, that we're going to learn. So you've arrived just in time for our grand assault on the route to the hammer. That's right. Last time around, in a very ill-advised move, I decided to try to rush to the hammer with a single life. And the road to the hammer is legitimately the first really difficult part of the game. And unfortunately, we got to the very last enemy before the hammer and were killed within sight of its pedestal. Why do we want the hammer so bad? Because the hammer opens up huge swaths of the game and allows us to bypass this very dangerous route we're about to go on and never have to do it again. So let's deal with some Octoroks here. Because we have full health, we have this short-range shot, and that helps us out a little bit. As you can see, my shield can block the rocks. Shield can block rocks. They cannot. They can also block boomerangs, like this guy's going to throw at me. Oh, there I took a hit. That was foolish. What they do not block, unfortunately, is fireballs, and some enemies shoot fireballs. There's a spell that allows us to deal with that, but we don't have that yet. That's the reflect spell. Now, the game decided to give me that, so I'm going to use the 16. You see, it's exactly 16 points to use shield magic, which causes me to take half damage. So since they dropped that, I'm like, why not protect myself a little better for a while and reduce my wounds. Deal with a little vacuum cleaner monster there. Another boomerang guy. Yeah, I'm not doing so well. Oh, I just jumped right into him. So I'm off to a slow start already. Always comforting to know that you don't. I made the mistake of saying I was good at Zelda 2 before I started these streams, and don't ever tell people you're good at anything, you know, because that just dooms you. All right, killed that guy before he could turn into a demon, which is good, because when he does, he spits fireballs, and we can't block fireballs. Oh, that was foolish. I could have activated shield again, or I could have saved it here for this wall. Right? Okay, I just wasted 16 magic points. You can see my magic meter depleted up there because I made a move without thinking. Let's see, we'll go over here, get some life. We're not nearly to the dangerous part yet. Now, we've already met the hidden dude, Bagu, who was key to us getting across a river a little farther south on the map that we have to get across. Bagu has a note that he gave us to give to a riverman, and riverman allow us through. We cross the swamp, and shoot, we got hit in the swamp. And stupid birds, I hate the swamp. It slows you down, and birds are stupid. And there we go. All right. We're going to get a refill on our magic there. But we're not in any tremendous danger. We did a little bit of over-leveling earlier in the game by fighting the skeleton beach balls. And defeating those really did give us an advantage to deal with a lot of the game here. So I'm going to cross the Bridge of Death. Yeah, there's a technique we learned before. When a guy comes in ahead... Oh, usually I can cross that taking a hit. When a guy comes in ahead, bend down like that, just slide into the block. Alright, head on down this way a little bit. I can't remember if we rated this yet or not. We're going to go over here and check if we rated this. We may have. There might be a pea bag over here, or I might have already gotten it. Pea bag, it's funny to say. No, we already got it. Okay, that's alright. Just good to know that it's not there anymore. I'm going to head down here to this town, and this is where we're going to meet Riverman and cross over. We've already gotten the magic spell from this town, the life spell. Also, this town is inhabited by agents of Ganon, so we're not going to talk to anybody except who we absolutely have to refill our life and our magic. We're kind of making a quick run down there toward the hammer. We'll go in here and say hi to the. Oh wait, that's where the mirror was heading. Never mind, wrong door. I thought that was where the little jelly guy's in the bed. I'm going to take a look at the chat here for a second while we refill our magic. Oh wait, our magic's topped off, it looks like, but we'll talk to the nice lady anyway. All right, what do you got here? Oh, hey, thank you, Mike B. Do you thank you for saying you're a fan? That's very kind of you to say. All right, so far so good, guys. Is this too tedious, too technical, too frustrating? Anything to change? I have a huge inferiority complex when it comes to streaming, so. Riverman! Yeah, and we can't skip his long, slow message. So far, so good indeed. Change nothing, says Mike. All right, hope all is well. Yeah, Game of Adam, things are pretty good. Thank you for asking. I had a little bit of a scare a couple of days ago with a medical thing, but it's all turned out to be okay. So very happy about that. That's always a little scary when you're like, oh, what's wrong? But it turned out that it was, in fact, much more minor than the symptoms seemed, so I'm in good shape. But that's very cool of you to check. Thank you. All right, key to this maze. You're ever playing through Zelda 2, and I recommend you do. It's widely available. You can play it on Switch, you can play it on the NES Classic Mini, you can play it on Virtual Console, and you can play it on original hardware and 3DS. If you want to play this, always remember, right and down. Whenever given the choice on this route, right and down. That's how you solve the maze. Follow that direction, you'll get all the way through. This section is just kind of a gauntlet of pain. It's really there to make getting to the hammer a daunting task, and it's good to go in here with 3 lives. Once you have the hammer, you never have to do it again. And while it is legitimately kind of difficult and tests your reflexes, you really do have the skills to deal with most of the enemies along this route. The only guys that are a real pain are the red axe-throwing alligator men that you're going to face later on, because your shield can't block the axes, and you don't have the spell that allows it to do that at this point in the game either. And so your best option against those guys is either avoidance or bum rushing. Hey, it's Bloomerang! It's a Bloomerang guy. I always thought this guy looked like he had a mustache. Look like he has a mustache to you? What do you think, mustache or not mustache? Alright, dropping down here. You see, even though I screwed up some, I only took half damage because I had shield spell on, because that guy made that drop, so that's nice. Alright, keep following paths down and to the right. You gotta watch out, the bats are not, it's just timing and not being patient. Darn it! Link takes a little while to get going, and so if I overdo trying to lure the bats, I do what I just did, take a lot of damage from one of the weakest enemies in the game. Which is just, frustrating. I still can't do downward thrust, so it's hard to kill that guy below me without triggering a bat. So right now I'm already in a kind of a difficult spot I've gotten myself into here. I don't want to take another hit. And it did anyway. I also could have activated shield earlier and saved a lot of life there. And look, bats respawning. It was fine. Now we want to kill this guy because I think we're going to face an orange axe gator earlier here. I believe he'll come along right around here. Yep. Now orange axe gator we can handle. He's just about timing. If you can get him into a pattern where you knock him back like that, you can kill him without taking a hit. I took a hit there, but that's because I took too long. Again, all right, to the right. Always down and to the right. And then this bridge, we take the same way we took the Bridge of Death. The bridges in this game. Hyrule has a real skeleton head problem. I'm not really sure what I would do if I started crossing a... Oh, come on! Okay, well, that was undesirable. Now we're going to have to use Life Spell, which uses most of our magic up. And I made a very bad decision. I have now trapped myself in an awful place. Coming into this room, wow, this is just the wrong way to do everything. Because here we have red axe throwing guy. He's also smart enough to stay out of range. That's the other problem. You get close to him, he backs up. And the only chance... Yeah, we're going to take a hit. Not only are we going to take like 2 hits. Jump over here, get over that guy, and we're not going to get up there and get... We don't have enough, literally do not have enough jump magic to get up and refill my magic. I should have hopped up there first and then replaced my magic. So I'm going to do shield or I'm going to die. So we should... It is totally possible to beat this entire run without losing life. But we may very well end up using all 3 at the pace I'm going. Alright, come on, get out here. Get out here. Get down here. Oh! Took another hit. Oh yeah, we're totally dying needlessly. So here's not to do this. Game of Twitch. You missed me on KFGD? I miss KFGD. Those guys are great. Kind of funny friends. Sorry you're not going to be able to watch it. There will be VOD, Marilyn. Thank you so much for saying that. Alright. How am I? I'm doing real well. Thank you, Tresk. I'm having a good day. Alright. Let's see. Oh, that was actually for someone else, that note. Haha, I'm bad at reading chats. Well, let's see. Alright, so we take out the bat. Let's be a little more cautious now. First off, you... 3 nice hits right in the face, bouncing back, then follow up. There's, like I said, there's almost a rhythm to it. Oh, I hate bats! What's wrong with me? Ugh! Zelda teaches you humility. Zelda 2 is a harsh master. Alright, let's definitely use shield here. Not going to face a huge number of foes, but... Alright, and just slide. You get kind of a slide in this game. You have momentum. Link doesn't stop. Like, I'm going to take my finger off the controller and he'll keep going. And likewise, it takes a little while to get up to full speed. I love the way he controls. Seth Macy, my friend from IGN, describes it as mushy, but I disagree. I think it's actually very precise. It's just a certain feel. You have really, really great control over it. Well, unfortunately, it's the one time that picking up this full red potion is not all that useful. It does allow us to get a tiny bit of life back, but we hadn't actually taken a hit, so... But we're getting near the end of the run already. Legendary run to the hammer. Not such a pain. Oh, quarter second there. I hesitated maybe less than a quarter second. A few frames. That was enough to screw that up. Well, the nice bit is, if I remember right, there's another life refill, or a magic refill at the bottom here. There we go. These blue dudes are a pain. They jump at just the wrong moment. Yep, there's a refill right here. So, refill our life again. Then refill our magic. That life spell makes a huge difference. It's pretty much the only way in the field to gain life in this game. Hi there, Bryden. Widow Wednesdays is giving you. Heck yeah. Oh, man, Game of Twitch. I miss Gary days, too. I really, really do. I love doing stuff with Gary. Gary and I joked last year we were going to do the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade watch-along together. Maybe we'll actually do that this year. I'll check with him and see if we can do that. I love the idea of... I've got a couple of Gary-oriented schemes I'd love to get off the ground that he and I have talked about in the past. Maybe we could actually do one of those. I would love that. Here we are! We reach... Okay, this is it. The hammer is down here in the final Gauntlet of Pain. So let's go grab it. One might say, or one so inclined, one might evoke the metaphor of hammer time. But, I mean, come on. No one would be that... Actually, killing that guy with the... Oh, here we go. A choice. Okay, we've got enough experience that we could go ahead and up our life, or we could push a little farther and up our magic. Now, the life would give us another bar of life to get to this part. But I'm so greedy. I want that slightly higher threshold magic. We got 2 lives. I think we can reach it in here. So we are taking a risk. That is never... There's no chance... Oh, there we go. There's that fireball I was talking about. No chance at all that I'm going to regret that greedy decision, right? Oh, yeah. I'm certainly not going to walk into that fireball like that when I could have easily jumped over it. It's the thing, you jump standing, it's a little bit... You jump running, you're up there a little longer. Oh, it's just... It's a really Dark Souls-y kind of control. It's very precise. It's all about timing and being at exactly a right spot, or the wrong spot, as when these guys These low-level enemies right here get 3 hits on me. I can believe. Why am I saying I cannot believe? Oh, come on. I'm taking way too many hits up here. Alright. Now, oh, wait a minute. There's a chance that these little vacuum cleaners might give me a potion. But I grabbed the potion! No! All I did was lose more life I didn't need to. Alright, well, I have to use life here. And I have to use shield here. Just to get... Okay, we are very close to the hammer now. It's only 2 chambers over from here. This guy we're just going to drive off the screen. Now, that's actually a problem. Yeah, because he'll probably be alive when we come back and kill us when we come back to that door if that happened before. But we don't have a lot of choice. All we have to do is grab the hammer. We don't even have to make it out, although I want to, just because I want to use, I want to get that next level magic up if I can. But we are absolutely going to die in the next room to the red guy. We have 1 more life left though, so that's okay. Or could die to the orange guy if I walk into him like that again. Okay, so we're going to die. Use our second life here. Because there's no way I'm jumping over him and surviving. Yep. Alright. But now, friends, now we are well positioned to take the hammer. We are going to batter this guy down, and we're going to get the hammer that's behind him. 1 hit. 2 hits before he even gets one in. 3 hits. 4 hits. There we go. Oh, and a pea bag, too. Which takes us, all right, to 12. Now, once again, choice to make. Do we think we can amass another 800 and increase the all-valuable attack rating in only 1 thing? You know what? We're not going to go for it. We're going to go for the magic here because we only got 1 life left. You lose all your XP when you die. And there we go. Item get. Woohoo! Victory! Jesus Online says, hey, Jared, can I get a shout-out from my wife Myra in Texas? Also, this game is giving me horror flashbacks of trying to find the candle with no guides as a kid. Oh, Lord, don't play this without a guide or a friend who knows where they're going. That's a terrible idea. There we go. There you go. Yeah, so Jesus Online. Hi to Myra in Texas. Greetings to the great state of Texas and to the great person of Myra. Greetings, wife Myra. Hope you're having a marvelous day. Oh, it's Strawfoot. Hey, hi, Strawfoot. Strawfoot's my friend, the Monster Hunter master, lord of all things Monster Hunter on YouTube. You should watch all of his incredible videos, listen to all his podcasts. Strawfoot is the best. He's right here in the chat right now. No, this Zelda is too hard. I can't. I just covered up my own. I was trying to click on Strawfoot, and instead I just broke the chat for myself. I actually have to refresh my own Twitch screen here for a second. Sorry about that. I have my watch along going on, and I think I just wiped my own chat room by accident. Okay, I hope you guys are all still here. Tell me if you're still here if I just broke everything. Please let me know if I just broke everything. Did I? Wow. Nothing's happened in the chat. I'm worried I did actually just break everything. Nope, we're gone. Nope, we're gone. Well, thank you for watching. Let's see. Yeah, y'all really, everybody here follows Strawfoot right away. He is fantastic at Monster Hunter coverage. And also one of my very oldest friends. Strawfoot and I went to college together. And when he got kicked out of college, he lived in my closet in the dorm. That is a true story. And many other amazing stories besides. Oh, and yeah, like I said, that guy's there. Oh, no. We're not... Oh, I used the life spell just in time. Oh, I forgot he was going to be there. See, I got sloppy. No, I used shield there, and now I don't have it here. No. Oh, no. It's okay. We got the hammer. It's okay. That was just foolish. Just foolish. All right. We're going to continue. It's okay. I made a mistake, but everything has changed because we never have to go down that horrible route again. That's right. We started here from the beginning, but now we have the hammer. And what can we do with the hammer? We do 2 things with the hammer. First, and this doesn't become important until much later in the game, we can knock trees down with it, like this. And sometimes things are hidden under trees. So that's good to know. Second, and more important to our purpose at this moment, boom, We can knock down boulders and create new passageways. We can reach lots and lots of caves that we couldn't before. And we can also go claim some pretty awesome stuff. The first thing we're going to do before we explore any of the caves or go any of the other directions or grab any of the other cool freebies is we're going to go right here to this village on the coast. This is one of the few villages in the game where you're going to find not one, but two helpful items. One of them is the fairy spell, which we're not actually going to be able to get yet. The other, however, is the first of the two techniques we're going to learn, the downward thrust, which you may recognize from Smash Brothers. This is its first appearance. One of Link's signature moves. You got to run. You got to use the jump spell, and you got to get a running start. Otherwise, you can't get up here to the second floor of the church. But once you do, you go in this door, come up through here, and we're going to meet the trainer, one of the two sword masters in the game, and he's going to teach us the technique. This is easily one of the most important parts of this game. The downward thrust changes everything. You become much more agile in combat, sometimes to the point of a fault where you start trying to do it too much, come to over-rely on it, and then die when you bounce into enemies. But it allows you to stab downward at will whenever you jump. So you can run, jump, and this allows you to come down on enemies' heads, to glide along the heads, even of armored enemies, without taking a hit. Even if it doesn't hurt them, you can still kind of bounce off their helmet and get over them. So it's really useful for clearing guys and just trying to get behind them. It is fantastic against some of the enemies that try to fly under you in parts of the game. Now, we're not going to get the fairy spell because there's a sick child in this village, and in order to heal them, we need the water of life, which we do not yet have. This lady would tell us about that if we were inclined to stop, but we're not going to go through all the dialogue here, at least not yet. Oh, wait, we did miss the Error of Rudo guy, though. That's right, this guy tells us... Remember we met Error earlier, the guy that we think was supposed to be named Aaron or Errol? And it's like, I am Error. Back in the village, when I was a kid, I didn't think that, my game was broken. Well, it turns out that that guy actually has a friend in this village, and if we go talk to him, he'll give us another important hint for later in the game. I'm walking down here to the giant graveyard just to show you this bridge that we are never actually going to cross because we don't have to go that way, but I want you to know it's down there, and that leads back to where we're going to take a shortcut to. Also down here, we have these kind of gravestones along the way, and that one suspicious grave. We'll get to it later. Oh, and then I'm going to walk into a low-level enemy and die. Because that's what I do when I play video games. That's right. Block that rock. Still takes 2 hits, even with 4 sword power. Alright, let's cut along here. Now we have the hammer, and we don't have to go around the annoying way anymore. Instead, we can just cut to all kinds of delightful places. For example, we're back here above Rivertown. Actually, we are going to take the bridge. I lied, because I don't want to go back to the caves yet. Okay, remember the bridge I showed you? And I was like, we're not going to go down that bridge? We're totally going down that bridge. Yeah, don't listen to me. I'm bad at video games. Alright, going back over this way, because we don't want to go down that path quite yet. What we are going to go do, though, is reap some rewards up here, which is why we originally walked back this way. Here's a little sealed cave, and there may be something inside that we want. Let's find out. What could be in here? I told you before, there are a lot of ways to power up in this game. Another thing Downward Thrust lets you do is kill these guys who are impossible to kill otherwise, because you can't hit them with your sword. It just allows you to take a lot of the enemies that charge right at you and deal with them in different ways. There we go. Jump over Boomerang guy there. Go through this state and let's see. I wonder what's heart container. So again, ways to power up in this game. Leveling up to increase your life, magic, and sword attack. Life is like armor. Magic reduces the cost of your spells, and sword attack increases your damage. Collecting passive items, collecting upward and downward thrust, collecting the 8 spells, and collecting heart containers and magic containers, which increase your life meter and your magic meter, respectively. So you just got. Let's see. Angie's on the phone. We got to take this. Okay. I'm going to put you on hold for a second. Hello, Angie. I'm live streaming and everyone can hear you. Ah, it's Angie. Oh, well, I don't know if they want anything to eat, but I'd love something to eat. Where are you going? No, everyone does not get free ice cream. No, there are no free puppies. I do not have the legal ability to give out free puppies, unfortunately. Yes, you can have a puppy. Oh, I think you're pretty great. Are you coming home? Are you bringing food? Yeah, food sounds great. Yeah, yeah. I'll just take my usual thing. Thank you. I love you too. Bye, sweetie. There we are. There's a little moment from my life there. Let's see. Let's see. I'm sorry. I've denied you puppies and ice cream. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Kigeti. That was a nice thing you said earlier. How long is a playthrough if you know where to go? That's some of that's difficulty because you do die in spots where you don't think you want to, and you have to come back and redo it a lot. Yeah, deforestation, like 1987. So lengthwise, I don't know. When we total up these videos, I'll have a better answer for you. I've never actually timed it. I played it a lot. Let's see. The Chun-Li's downward striking attack is the only move Jared uses in Street Fighter. That's also true. Yeah, I'll run for president, y'all. That's very kind of you. Thanks for saying you want to hear my sweet voice. Thanks for saying nice things about my wife. And hey, thanks for being Yog Heart here for me now. I appreciate it. And you can watch the other stream on VOD on my YouTube channel. So if you want to get caught up, it's all there. All right. So now that we're caught up on that chat and with Angie bringing food home, we're going to continue along. We got the heart container. Let's see. Where do we want to go next? Where should we go next? I'm going to walk back and forth confusedly for a second. Think. What do we want? I think that, oh yeah, we want to go down and do the other eyeball. That's what we want to do next. Okay, so when I say the other eyeball, you'll know what I'm talking about in a little. Oh, that guy's back. Haha, you're dead again. Let's say that was a little too much fun. All right, so since we don't want to go through that long cave of doom, we are going to go across the big old bridge that I said we weren't going to go across because I forgot I had to go across it. Oh, the desert. It's not running into the high-level enemy this time. By the way, you notice we upped our magic a little bit last time. Notice the spells cost a little less. That's what upping your magic does, and it gets pretty dramatic. When you combine collecting new magic containers with upping your magic level, you gain much more efficiency on magic. You kind of rely on it a lot during the game, particularly the life spell and the shield spells, which are practically indispensable. Bridge of Death. Bridge of Bubbles, the most threatening of all enemies. Bubbles. I like to imagine. Oh, there we are. That's much worse. But you're not nearly as much of a problem as you used to be because I have the downward thrust and can now jump on your head and kill you. If the Bubbles hadn't been there, I don't think I'd have taken a single hit. So, look at that. Look how much better we are with downward thrust. Downward thrust! Well, unless I mishandle it and just bounce into the guy. Theoretically, this makes you better. It makes others better. It doesn't make me better. I think that's the answer. Downward thrust! Bounce on the head. There we go. That's my song. By the way, if you weren't here earlier, you missed me singing my Zelda 2 song. If you weren't here for the first part of this broadcast, I'm sorry that you were denied the Zelda 2 song that I sang, but perhaps I'll sing it again before the next live stream. All right. And again, thank you all for joining me here for this stupidity. I really appreciate it. I cannot figure out why people come along. Oh! Well, I should have known better. That one's on me. Look at that. Just insidious. So that can absolutely be dealt with. I was not prepared to deal with it. And look, this guy's positioned for a similar quick kill. Oh, man. Life away. Zelda 2, man. Pulls no punches. Pulls no punches! Alright, I think it was a Boomerang guy? Yeah. Boomerang! Can't remember. Somebody watching the last cast came up with that pun. I liked it a lot. Alright, so this is Spectacle Rock, which you may recognize from Zelda 1. Look, we got a hammer. If we step on the spot. Oh, well, I love that effect. And Magic container. There we go. So now, look at that. We already got 6. We started with 4. Now we have 6 life and 6 magic containers. Where could the other 2 of each be? Oh, I don't want to go in there. Okay, so we have done what we need to do down here. And now it is time for us to continue on our quest through Zelda 2 by going back through the dangerous road we just went down. It's still not quite as dangerous as the other. Now look, coming this way, the Octoroks are going to be on the other side, but doing the exact same irritating thing, I think. Or they may stay dead. Oh, they staying dead? Oh, they stayed dead! Okay, well, that's great. Now we just have to cross the bridge. Maybe everybody on the bridge is dead as well. So we've powered up a lot. We got all these nifty new abilities, and I think it's time for us to hit a palace. Because there's a palace not far at all from where we are. Oh, no. I dared to hope too much. I dreamed too big. I hoped too much, and I jumped into that sphere. I think I'm over-relying on the downward thrust, as I said you could sometimes do. What's going on in the chat here? It's hey, I'm glad to the Trask. That's very nice of you to say. Any advice if someone wants to try freelancing at IGN? Asked James Twitch. I'm new to writing. I don't really have any bylines or published work yet. Well, you want to try freelancing at IGN. It is good to have something to show them. The easiest way to do that I found through my personal path, and I'll talk about this as I walk instead of pausing link, for my personal path, that was through the IGN Wiki system, which allows anyone to edit their official guides. So what you do is you pick a small game that you pick a small game that you're interested in, something that they may not necessarily have the full-time staff to work on. And then you create an excellent guide to that. Look at good guide work. Get lots of good images, maybe a couple of good guides videos to show your abilities and show off your writing chops. Well, we're going to go grab... Oh, no! I made a terrible error! I went after the fairy, and I ended up in Eyeball Land. And these guys don't screw around, and they eat experience points. Oh, I made a terrible error. I was like, don't, whatever you do, Jared, don't go in the graveyard. Totally went in the graveyard. I'm actually more upset about the XP than I am the life. Alright. We were going to go straight to the palace. I wonder if we should go refill now. The palace is all the way around the swamp. We could... Oh yeah, we could go up here to the swamp cave and get the water of life. We're going to need it anyway. Yeah, let's go. And we're going to kill this guy to help make up for some of the XP we lost, because I would like to level up to at least 800 before I lose this life. Okay, there we go. Oh, anyway, I was saying, sorry, pick a game that you're passionate about and write a good guide about it. Make sure it's grammatically correct. Make sure that it's thorough and concise, well linked. Just pick a really great guide and then model on that. Don't plagiarize, but look at the model of somebody else's work and go, okay, yeah, oh look, an extra life. Like, I'm going to save this for late. No, yeah, I am. I'm going to save that for the Great Palace run. I'm going to save that for the end of the game. All right. So here we go. The bridge. Yeah. It's still good on these bridges just to cower. Cower, cower, cower. Keep that life there in case I need to press it. Okay, downward thrust. Downward thrust! And look, makes this guy way easier than he used to be. Oh, I love it. What do you think, a red guy coming next? Oh yeah, of course there's a red guy. And use life magic. Oh, got a pea bag. Pea bag. It's fun to say because it sounds like pea bag. Oh, a second one. And we're not actually going to stand there and let him hit us in the feet if we can avoid it. I think we should have used shield earlier. Now we're definitely using it. Let's pause for a second. All right. Let's see if we can do this without dying. There we go. Oh, we're only 6 away from leveling up. So that's nice. All right, so anyway, you write that guide, and then what you do is you reach out to one of the several guides editors there. They're all very friendly people. Reach out to them and be like, hey, I was talking to Jared on this podcast, or on a stream he was doing, And he asked me about getting started at IGN, and he told me write a really good guide for a small game they may not have time for that you're passionate about. So I did that, and now I've done this, and I'd like you to take a look at it. And if they take a look at it, they may offer some feedback, and then follow that feedback. And then if they continue to see that, they're still happy, you're like, hey, so I did this, and I was hoping this could serve as a writing proof to maybe get into freelancing, and I was wondering if you could refer me for another guide, and also possibly to the guy to the features editor, who has made on Twitter some open calls for features. Speaking of open calls for features, once you have that guide content to show, and you also maybe write a short feature on your own that you could focus on your blog, get a personal blog, a free one, don't spend money on it, just get someplace that you can put your thoughts and musings about video games. Write a focused example article there, combine that with your guide's work, and approach Lucy O'Ryan, who's the features editor, and find the tweet where she asked for features, and then follow the link that she put there, and send her a short, and when I say short, like one paragraph at the most, proposal saying, hey, I'd like to write this. What do you think? Here, and then link the example. Here are the examples of my work for IGN, which the guides team approved, and I'm going to be doing some guides work for them as well as a freelancer. And also, here is some of my other work in the features direction. That's a good way to start if you're speaking specifically about IGN. I can't guarantee you that will get you work, but I can tell you that has been a successful method for some people in the past, or at least those parts have been part of successful measures for some people in the past, and those might be good places to look. So there's my answer for you. Yeah, just do yourself a favor, make sure the work is good and done before you show it off. I mean, that's a lot of work to do, I realize, but so you might want to pick a shorter game that's manageable but still interesting that you care about. That would be my advice for your first game. Don't try to take on something huge, and then move out from there. Oh, hey, thanks so much for that. Okay, guys, so I haven't talked about the game here we're playing in a little bit. We have now, we're down to 1 life. We have gathered all kinds of things. We got the water of life, so oh yeah, that's right. Those count as desert zones. If you walk, the roads are not deserts, but the places where you clear the blocks technically are. So that's an interesting little feature of the game. If you meet an enemy on a road, there's no enemy. But if you meet an enemy in a desert, then there is an enemy. So if you get caught on that one spot that you cleared where a boulder was, we're going to come up here because I forgot to grab the fairy spell. There's no reason not to grab it now that we have the water of life. Let's see, which house is it? It's the sick kid. Oh yeah, and probably got to talk to Error's friend while we're here too. Sorry, a little delay to the palace. He's going to talk to us about Error. Ask Error of Rudo about the palace. So this is where I knew as a kid I wasn't losing my mind. Up to this point I thought I had a broken cartridge. I was like, well, if the guy's name is Error, that's weird, but when you're a kid, you just kind of accept things to a point. It's like, you know what? Maybe there are people named Error in the world. I have often thought, should I ever have progeny of my own, I would name them Error. I mean, honestly, me being a father would probably be an error for everyone involved. Here we go. And now we go down. We've talked to the lady about little Timmy. She's let us in, and the wise man is going to give us the 4th spell, which I believe is fairy magic. Why do we care about fairy magic? Oh, I didn't do my, this magic word will give you power. Yeah, so we're going to show off fairy magic actually here because we're in a town and I can just refill my magic at will at the magic lady, but here's fairy magic. Here we are, just as described. What's it allow you to do? Well, you can fly anywhere on the screen. It's useful for getting around some really frustrating enemies, but it's also absolutely necessary to get through some areas that are designed around the limitations of the spell. So it's kind of 1-2. It gets us past some things that we otherwise simply couldn't get past, and it allows us to get through to get around some things we'd otherwise rather not deal with. Where's the life lady? Did I walk by the life lady? Life lady is usually red and standing in front of a house, and I was ranting instead of, yeah, there's the life lady. Thanks, life lady. All the doctors in Hyrule are female. Let's see, so move along this way, and all right, time to take on the palace. Oh wait, there's a D&D discussion going on. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, Jesse's revealing. I didn't expect this much info. Sorry about that. Yeah, I talked too much. All right. So now we got to go through this long swamp to get to the palace. With one life, we may not clear the palace, but you know, why not take on the challenge, right? I think there's something hidden here. Yeah, well, we don't need that at all. That does not help us. All right. There we go. Good. Wait till they disappear. And I love the enemies are on the map instead of random. Okay, now just make a break for it. Make a break for it. Oh, we are so going to get caught. Fortunately, we got caught by the weak enemy, so the swamp is not that big a deal. All right. We go here. That out onto the man. We're on the road. Can't hurt you on the road. And then there's a short delay before they show up again. And they can't hurt you on the road. There's no point in fighting enemies in the swamp if you can avoid it. And here we go. Palace. Oh, and I wasted that. So I'm going to step back out. Does it come back? I can't remember. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, good. If I go out and come back in. Good. All right. We may have to go back and get that to refresh at the end of the game. So they're hidden in some of the statues if you hit them. Although later in the game, if you do that, sometimes the statues come to life. So there's a trade-off. These are the little drippy things, and they drip monsters out of them, which is actually kind of cool. So we're going to come down here because those little blue dudes jump at the worst possible times, and we want to get under them if we can. All right. I tend to like to go left on levels, kill Staphos here really quick, just like we did before by attacking his little skeleton legs. And see, oh, this is one of those places where the downward thrust is absolutely imperative. So we can't kill these guys in a single hit, but we can use downward thrust, like Scrooge McDuck and DuckTales, to take fewer hits from them. And one of the things we just discovered is we are in a dead end. I went the wrong way, and we just wasted a lot of resources going this direction. However, by timing, following this guy, I can avoid spawning any more of them. So an item we're going to find in this palace that's key to success is something called the Handy Glove. The Handy Glove allows us to break some of the softer bricks in the palace. There's no hidden passage here. So we've now eliminated 2 of the directions. And like I said, little jerks just jump right into you. Gonna go left again. Oh, these dudes! So irritating. Uh-oh. Beach Bowl of Death. I am not doing well. Lots of mistakes. I don't know if it's the performance anxiety or what. You know what? I'm going to use magic to heal now and put this back toward refilling that rather than using shield magic here. Aha! These guys have also learned the downward thrust technique. So we lure them down here where they can't use it. Use the terrain. Aha! Come at me, primitive 8-bit enemy. And then just like the other Staphos, we get under. I can't remember if this is the dropping blocker. No, okay, we got a key. It's always a nice thing. We're going to go ahead, since we're on this floor anyway, and go right down here as well. So I haven't been through this palace in practice or anything, so I don't remember the layout. It's been a while. So, yeah, and that's right, there's a dead end down here too. Get out farther, and we see this. So almost certainly we need to go up here and to the left. Because there's one locked door, and it's likely this is the right path. Now, it's also possible there's going to be another locked door at the end. If this is the path to the Handy Glove, there is, and we're going to have to double back again, and I'm making a mistake. We'll find out. Oh, crap. Do they take XP too? Some of the worst enemies drain your XP, and I hate them. Okay, now I gotta be careful. Now, one thing with the downward thrust you do have to be careful with once you have the handy glove is that you can destroy those kinds of blocks we're standing next to. So if you did a downward thrust on this and I had the handy glove, they'd break. We don't have the glove yet, but that becomes an occupational hazard later in the game. Something to keep in mind. Okay, we're going to let him jump first. Let him jump. Do not just try to charge at him on these. Check the chat for a second. Oh, lots of talk about D&D in the chat. Always makes me happy. Love some D&D. Ah, Iron Knuckle, Dark Nut. I know his real name's Iron Knuckle in this game. It's just so much fun to call him Dark Nut from the first game because nuts. Nuts are funny. P-Bag, also funny to say. Game full of funny things to say. And I got to kill a Dark Nut to get a P-Bag, you know? Alright, let's see. There we go! Like I said, some items contain magic. Now, it won't be there when I go back, but it's really helpful for refilling. Oh, that was just dumb. Absolutely had every chance to kill. Okay, we are going to kill this beach ball. It'll take a little while, but we've got stronger attack power than we did earlier in the game, so it won't take quite as long as it used to. I want to get this beach ball out of the way. There we go. Beach ball is dead. Head down here. And once again, branching paths. Kill Staphos. There's locked door. Now I have one key. Oh, I thought I killed that guy. Instead I walked into him. But I'm wondering if this is going to lead us down a path. This may be a bad decision. Because I think this is where the blocks are all going to fall. And I think I have to have the handy glove to get through this, but maybe I don't. Maybe I can just climb. No, we want to get the handy glove, which I think is we're going to need one more key before we go down here. We're about to find out. It's been a while, so if anybody remembers, you can tell me. Yeah, they're enemies that drain XP. It's the worst. Some of the weakest enemies in the game, P-Bag. Some of the weakest enemies in the game drain XP, which is really frustrating. Some of the orange guys that come right at you will do that, but and this jerk I think does too. I don't remember if this is the route to the handy glove or to the boss. This might be the route to the boss. Now, I'm not using downward thrust on him, because the only use it is against Iron Knuckle is to get on the other side of him, and I don't need to run past him here. I'm trying to kill him. You can use it to bounce off his helmet. Oh yeah, that's right. These things start you. Oh, I can't go this way. Okay, so I've made a mistake. So I either need to go all the way back to the beginning and go to that bottom tunnel that I ignored because I thought it was the boss passage, or I think this is the boss passage and I got mixed up. So I'm going to go all the way back. Up here. Get hit by the beach ball. Kill the other dead beach ball. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's from Zelda 2. This is the one for adventure mode. Plays on the Great Palace level. The Great Palace is the Great Palace at the end of this. I love the music. I love the music in this game. The opening theme, but also the Great Palace theme is freaking rad. Oh my gosh, I'm playing terribly. I should have just stopped him with a sword thrust. I didn't. It's always a good idea to enter one of these palaces with not enough life. So now I'm doing a dangerous thing. I'm going back believing that I missed something, and in palaces where there's not a lot of life, and I only have one life, and there's not a lot of refills. Oh, that was a terrible mistake. I lucked into surviving. Had one of them jumped, I would have gone back into the lava. Should have waited for them to jump into the lava themselves. That's what happens when you get impatient. not worth that. But the bouncing, normally, that's how I should have used it. Okay, we're going to go back here. Sorry for all the doubling back. I just think I made a bad choice. Head down the elevator. And hopefully this is not the way to the boss chamber. If it is, then I'm going to be like, whoops, I done screwed up. Looking at this, I'm totally wondering if this is the way to the boss chamber. Like I originally feared. We do see we're killing enemies quicker than we used to. We faced them in Parappa Palace. There are 7 palaces in the game. 6 minor palaces. Oh, we made the right choice. We came and got the key. All right. And we lucked out and got that. Although we would have gone, if we hadn't lucked out, we would have gone outside and gotten the other. We're also going to use a little cheat. No, are we? Yeah, we're going to use the cheat. You grab the potion and then immediately cast the life spell. You see how the potion barely used any of my magic? That's another trick. You grab a red potion and then use the light spell like a split second after. It doesn't use nearly as much magic as it's supposed to cast the life spell. Just a little pro tip. So now we have all kinds of things we needed. We have the last key we were going to need. We're going to have to go down here anyway. And now I think that we could go up there and get that red potion, but I'm just going to maybe save that to double back and recover again if I get in trouble. So now we're going to go back the way we came again. Sorry, this kind of labyrinthine and also thrown off even more. Ooh, I want that. Thrown off even more by my... You can beat this palace without the downward thrust, but I do not recommend it. Although the way I'm playing right now, it probably seems like it's a better idea to play without it. That's more how it's supposed to work. Okay, we gotta be careful of the blue guys again. Yeah, I know, you don't want to get patient. But you gotta wait till they're too far away to jump at you. Or, yeah, no, he's right. He's hanging right on the edge. Come on, get over here. Come at me. Come at me. There we go. Same with you. I lucked out on these guys before. See, that's the kind of, if he does that in the wrong spot, into the lava I go. That's why you gotta be careful. I keep saying, why, yeah, or you gotta be careful. Alright, well, that's why I gotta be careful. That's why we gotta be careful. We're doing this together. Okay, there's gonna be some beach balls along here. We're being especially cautious, like I said, because we only have 1 life left. And lives do matter, because we don't want to... lives do matter because we really don't want to lose our XP, which we do lose when we die in our 3rd life. Somebody's asking, Strawfoot asked what I thought about Mega Man 11. I really liked it, Strawfoot. I thought it had some neat new ideas in it, and I thought it was really beautiful. My all-time favorite, I haven't ranked them in a while. There's an old IGN ranking that doesn't include 11, but my favorite Mega Man game of all time is number 9. Actually, 9, I think, or by Inti Creates, is the perfect Mega Man game. It's like Mega Man 2.5, and it's just perfect in every way. This was the hall I wondered if I was supposed to get out before. Turns out I am. But now I have the key that'll get me through the last door. So now we just hope we don't get buried. We're totally going to get buried. The way up. Oh, no. Oh, I've made a terrible error. Well, I didn't even know this could happen. This is new. I have never done this before. I've never actually gotten trapped in here. Fortunately, there is a solution, I hope. Oh no, totally not a solution. Now I'm both trapped and helpless. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was stupid. And it's going to mark the end of our run through Palace number 2, despite reaching very near getting everything we wanted in it. Losing 1,000 experience and staring failure, unnecessary failure, mind you, in the face. Because I got in a hurry. Zelda 2 is a cruel master. And with that, I think it's time to end for tonight because Angie has brought the Carl's Jr. home. Thank you so much for joining us. There we go. I made a bad decision. Friends, thank you for watching. We'll do another episode of this soon. I hope you enjoy it. We'll also put this up on VOD on the YouTube channel. And likewise, I have a... likewise, you're aware I have a Patreon. If you want to throw a buck in there anytime, that's fine by me. So good night to you, and thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye-bye, friends.